Hello Internet, and welcome to another video by yours truly. I have been taking a look at a lot of creations lately, however the Fallout 4 modding community has been absolutely killing it with their premium and free content on both the Nexus and within the Bethesda Creations menu itself. So I wanted to go ahead and showcase both a few older mods as well as a few newer trending mods. My name is... and I hope you enjoy the 4 mods I'm reviewing today. And remember, if there are any mods or creations you want me to sit down and try out or review for y'all, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. The first mod we're taking a look at today is Heather Casdin by Llama RCA. Heather Casdin, a unique companion experience, is one of Fallout 4's biggest companion mods. Really more like a full companion expansion than a simple follower mod, brought to you by the same person who made the OG Willow Fallout New Vegas mod. It adds Heather Casdin, a fully voiced custom companion with over 2,400 lines of dialogue, her own questline, relationship affinity system, location commentary, banter, and content spread across the Commonwealth, Far Harbor, and Nuka World DLCs. Heather is seamlessly integrated into the world, and I would say she is basically a vanilla companion. However, she is actually more robust than any of the basic vanilla companions, so that would be a farce. Heather is written as a Commonwealth caravan trader with a strong personality. She's sarcastic, highly suspicious of synths, nostalgic for the pre-war world, and has a tragic backstory tied into her personal quest. Over time, you learn more about her through conversations, idle chatter, quest interactions, and her main companion questline, with the emotional core of the mod revolving around helping her confront and move past her past. The mod's main story includes 4 quests, a promising partnership, sweet revenge, Into the Fog, and Tour of the Commonwealth. So there's plenty of content to do revolving around Heather while you naturally make your way through the Commonwealth. And it also supports a romance path if you pursue her affinity far enough, obviously. What makes Heather stand out in my opinion, however, is how much game-wide integration she has. She comments a lot on quests, reacts to location, talks during exploration, and has interactions that extend beyond the base game into DLC areas. She's also built with a bunch of custom systems and perks rather than just reusing the standard companion framework. For example, she has her own anti-synth combat perk, a personalized laser pistol with custom upgrade options, gifts and rewards tied to affinity progression, unlockable recipes, a bunker safe with loot, and a more companion-specific progression as your relationship develops. And like I mentioned, the mod is also unusually polished and feature-rich for just a follower mod. Heather can function as a major long-term companion playthrough centerpiece, and recent versions added more quality of life support like the ability to dismiss her to a settlement instead of only to her default locations. Along with that, once you raise her affinity high enough, Heather offers your keys to her bunker, and so you have an additional player home to dwell in if so you choose. It is a pretty basic player home in my opinion, but it comes with a friendly cat, and it really is just another nicety to have tied into the companion. So all in all, Heather Casdin is a story-heavy, fully voiced custom companion mod that adds a new caravan trader follower with a large personal questline, deep affinity romance systems, lots of world commentary, DLC integration, and enough dialogue reactivity to feel like one of the most fully realized companion mods in Fallout 4. Overall, if you miss having a Willow to accompany you in your travels, or you just haven't tried out this companion mod yet, I would highly recommend giving it a shot. The next mod we're taking a look at is a lot smaller in scope, Project M.E.O.W. Animated Cat Backpack by RaccoonRoll. Project M.E.O.W. Animated Cat Backpack is a novelty companion style gear mod for Fallout 4 that adds a fully animated cat backpack your character can wear. Instead of being just a static cosmetic prop, the cat is treated almost like a tiny ambient companion perched on your back, stretching, washing his face, scratching, looking around, and generally acting alive on your back while you travel through the Commonwealth. In other words, it is a cosmetic backpack mod with the presentation polish of a creature animation showcase rather than just a simple armor piece. In my opinion, it really adds personality and charm to your character setup, and I appreciate that there's backstory to it, even if not very lore friendly. In order to acquire the cat backpack, you'll need to travel to the Institute's FEV lab and recover the original Project M.E.O.W. specimen. There are hints and notes along the route, but it is a very low threat journey, and fret not, because if you don't have access to the Institute anymore, you are able to just craft it at any chemistry station. So if you like lighter, more whimsical load order additions, or you are just a crazy cat lady, this is the kind of mod that gives your survivor a constant little feline sidekick without adding a full follower framework. I would recommend it if that's your jam, as it is a really very well done mod, Despite it just being a clothing item, the constant animations do really make the cat feel alive. I just wish we were able to use it to bolster our carry weight and put the backpack to use. The third mod we're taking a look at is Breach, a horror quest mod by RascalArt. Breach is a horror-focused, story-driven quest mod that drops you into a dark, isolated underground experience of Atlas Laboratories, a sunken research facility where survival, exploration, and atmosphere are the key highlights. Located under the Nahant Chapel, this mod takes you on a horror adventure where you need to uncover what happened to a defunct sunken research facility. You get the opportunity to explore the vast facility, going through multiple wings, solving puzzles, fighting mobs, and even getting to go on a water walk at the bottom of the ocean. It combines a lot of old and new Fallout 4 technical aspects in order to produce a uniquely challenging dungeon crawl. This mod is extremely fleshed out, and actually in my opinion can really be quite scary. There are at least 2 to 3 moments during the questline where I actually was genuinely spooked out, which just goes to show you how far the mod author's atmospheric storytelling went. And it is actually fairly long too, as it took me around 45 minutes or so of pure playing to fully complete the dungeon, which, after having been focused solely on Creation Club or Starfield content, is crazy good bang for your buck, especially considering the mod's free. From my experience, most creations worth $4 to $5 are considered worthwhile if they have around 30 or so minutes of content. But this author just gifted us almost an hour of real atmospheric gameplay for free. And so along with the dungeon itself and new mobs to fight and loot, there are also 2 new weapons, a pulse rifle based on the M41A pulse rifle in Aliens, and a experimental fusion core launcher, as well as multiple new outfits worth checking out. So if you like horror genres and want an enjoyable dungeon crawling experience to take up approximately an hour or so of your time, I would highly encourage checking out this mod and showing some support to the mod author on their Nexus page below. The last mod we're taking a look at today is MTS-255 Revolver Shotgun by ExpoAlt. This mod adds the MTS-255, a Russian-made revolving shotgun, into the Commonwealth as a fully integrated weapon rather than just a craft-only novelty. As you can see, it is extremely similar to the weapon used by Cooper Howard / the Ghoul in the Fallout TV show. Obviously, there is a Fallout 4 creation that also adds this weapon, however, this one is free, and furthermore seamlessly integrated into the standard loot table. It's primarily favored by the gunners, so you will oftentimes find it shown up in their inventories, along with certain vendors keeping it stocked, like the Brotherhood of Steel or Arturo from Diamond City. What also makes this weapon unique is how customizable it is. The MTS-255 supports multiple receivers, grip stock options, barrels, sight scopes, ammo conversions, and damage modifiers, letting you tune it into different roles, from a close-range hand cannon to a more stable stocked shotgun. The mod also ties the weapon into both gunslinger and rifleman perks depending on how you configure it, which is a nice touch for roleplay and build flexibility. The weapon pack also includes a decent amount of extra polish. It comes with custom sounds for each ammo type, optional support for visible weapons, 2K and 4K texture options, and 4 different ammo conversions including buckshot, slug, incendiary, and explosive rounds. There are also 8 damage modifier settings, so the gun can be tuned lighter for balance or tuned into an absolute monster if you want something more overpowered to mess around with. One of the cooler features is that the mod adds 4 unique boss NPCs into the world, each carrying exclusive legendary MTS-255 variants and their own associated armor pieces. That gives the mod more of a mini side hunt feel rather than just a simple weapon drop, since there are special versions to track down rather than just one base gun to loot once. You can find Flint's Fury at Saugus Ironworks, Sarge Jr. at Hallucinogen Incorporated, Layla from Hope's March Pentecostal Church, as well as the Reaper from Decayed Reactor Site. In conclusion, this mod is a highly modular revolver shotgun weapon pack with a strong world integration, lots of attachment variety, special ammo types, and a handful of unique legendary variants hidden behind boss encounters. It feels less like here's one new gun, and more like a fully featured standalone shotgun mod built to slot naturally in a Fallout 4's loot and progression systems, quickly becoming one of my favorite in-game weapons, and not just because my character is the Ghoul. It is really unique, and I appreciate how easily the mod author has weaved it into the baseline game, so I definitely give this a download if you haven't already. For such an old game, I know, compared to Skyrim it isn't that old, the community support continues to be astounding. We prove time and time again that Fallout 4 modding, like all other Bethesda titles, is alive and well. And as we all eagerly await Bethesda's next title in the series, we continue to show up to build and play our own stories. Thank you all for taking the time to once again support and watch my video. And please be sure to lend that support to the mod authors Nexus pages below and try out their mods if you haven't already. And as always, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see future content from me, and comment down below any additional Bethesda mods or creations you'd like to see me play through and talk about. See ya!